What's up, guys? I decided to make another video for you. A short one, but I think a powerful one. I want to thank everybody who watched my last video and left me some comments. I appreciate that. And I got a couple messages from people saying that I'm kind of wasting my time. Yeah, I could be wasting my time if you're watching my video and don't care about what I'm saying. The reason is I'm doing these videos is to help out the people that do care. So I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for you guys. Because I'm not trying to get famous. Obviously, I'm not dressed the part. I don't look the part. Because I don't really care. I learned something about why you shouldn't care about other people's opinions. It struck me kind of deep when I heard it. I'll just lay it on to you. Usually at a person's funeral, the number of people that care enough to cry is about 10. So you live through your whole life, you do all the things you do, and then you die, and then only about 10 people care enough for you to cry about it. The more important thing is the deciding factor if they actually go to your burial is if it's raining or not. Harsh, isn't it? So yeah, that's the reason why you shouldn't care for other people's opinions, really. They are the cheapest commodities on planet Earth. But anyhow, I wanted to share something with you guys. Something I learned in college. One of the very few cool things I learned, interesting things. It's about Plato's story. It's called Allegory of the Cave by Plato. So in this story, he says that people live their lives in a cave, a dark cave, and they are bound by chains, chains of lies and deception. And so people live their lives bound by these chains, and then they stare at a wall, and on this wall they see shadows, shadows going across the wall, and they think they understand the shadows. They think the shadows are real and they represent something true. But every once in a while, someone will break free from these chains and go outside the cave. And when they go outside the cave, they will see the light. So of course, they'll get all excited about the light, and they'll come back into the cave and try to tell everybody about the light. So due to groupthink, they will inevitably tell that the person who has seen the light that they are crazy, because they don't believe it, and ultimately they will banish them from the cave. So the reason why I told you that is that when someone comes and tells you of something obscure, you shouldn't automatically reject it, but rather have an open mind about it and do some of your own research. I'm not saying that I've seen the light, but I've just grown slightly more enlightened about a few subjects that I just want to share with you guys. Let me just start off that I'm just going to give you a few concepts. There is an infinite amount of knowledge available to us. Humans do not create knowledge, we rather access it through evolution. We didn't create gravity, or we didn't create relativity or anything like that. We just happened to notice it, come across it. Here's another concept. Think if scientists brought back a 2,000-year-old caveman. They brought him back to life. Yes, he would freak out about his surroundings, but in time we could teach him how to drive a car and work a computer. It's true. I'll explain more on that subject and how it connects to the next thing I'm going to tell you. When we dream, we, most of the time, we have no idea that we are dreaming. The same exact chemical processes and chemical reactions that happen in your brain while you're awake are happening as you are sleeping. So while you're awake, your brain gathers all the images and basically replicates them when you sleep. So I'll go and move on to my next concept. We are stuck in the sense world. Let me explain further. Look to your left, look to your right. What do you see? Chair, table, food, lamp. No, you don't see any of that. Why? Because everything that's around you is made up of the exact same vibrating molecules and atoms that the Earth has produced. We humans have just took these things and molded them and then slapped a label on them for us to grow and accept and adapt to. So this wall is hard because I've grown to accept that walls are hard. This blanket is soft because I've grown to accept that it's soft. The law of matter states that our external reality doesn't exist in the true external reality, but rather a thought. What we are experiencing every day is just thought processes. Which moves on to my next subject, that thoughts are things. Why? Because every invention known to man started off as a thought. A guy thought of this, and then he put action behind the thought to make it physically equivalent. So, which brings me to, since everything is just a thought, that means anything is possible. So whatever we want to achieve and go for, just think of it. And then put action behind the incentive, and eventually you'll get it. If you fail, just keep trying. You'll learn from your mistakes, and eventually you'll get what you want. It doesn't go for all subjects, including girls. That's a different subject. Let me talk about how our mind is dominated by our thoughts. So, as we're growing up, if we experience certain things over and over and we believe them, and so we tell that to ourselves, our subconscious mind is going to accept it as true. It's been scientifically proven that if a man repeats a lie to himself over and over and over, he will eventually accept that lie as truth because his subconscious mind says so. So, if you say to yourself over and over and over that you can do it, anything is possible, your subconscious mind will accept it and allow your conscious mind to go out and try and go for it. This process is called autosuggestion. Once your subconscious mind accepts something, it autosuggests that if you can do it or not. So it's the deciding factor if you will actually go out and try to get that girl, if you'll go out and try to get that job, if you go out and do whatever. So the bottom line is once you know what actually is and understand the true underlying essence of things and realize that we are all essentially creators that can accomplish anything we set our minds to, nothing is impossible because the world we live in is nothing more than mind substance. I'll just let that soak in, and I'll let you guys take that to bed in preparation of my next video. Thanks for watching, guys.